Biden has signed an order after order rolling back the Trump policies that deterred illegal immigration and kept our country safe. Joining me now to discuss all this and more, Fox Nation host Lara Logan and former U.S. Customs and Border Protection Acting Commissioner and visiting fellow at the Heritage Foundation, Mark Morgan. All right, good evening to both of you. You know, Mark, what is the difference between what's happening at the border right now compared to 2 months ago when President Trump was there?
180 degrees. Under President Trump's administration, we have the network of policies and tools and support to do what we needed to do, Judge, to address the illegal migration crisis that we all saw and experienced in 2019. And by every single measure, it was successful. By February of 2020, we had reduced the illegal flow by 75%. The families coming up from the Northern Triangle countries, which is really the crux of the issue, had all but trickled to basically nothing. And in just a couple of months since election, but in a couple of hours after he was inaugurated, he has made our borders less secure, our country less safe, and has endangered the men and women on the front lines of our borders protecting this nation. It's just simply outrageous, Judge.
All right. And Laura, you know, you did a great job on the border. I mean, what else are you seeing? I mean, there's violence, and obviously we know about the coyotes, but now the drug traffic seems to be a real issue.
The drug traffic is through the roof. And what I think people are missing about the border situation is that the cartels are so powerful now. They're functioning as a parallel shadow government in Mexico. And it's the Mexican government that's taking orders from them. So they have this extraordinary amount of power. They also are so wealthy. They have more money than anyone could ever imagine. And they're unconstrained by the rules of war. So they do whatever they want. And they really control that border. And right now, the narcotics that they're pushing over the border are not what we're used to seeing. This isn't just, you know, marijuana that grows in the ground that people remember from the 70s. These are synthetic narcotics that are made in labs that are cheaper to produce. They're made in enormous quantities, and they're deadlier than anything we know. And they're being mixed in with every kind of drug. They also are filling the void that was left behind when the U.S. government cracked down on prescriptions. So, you know, young kids think they're taking a pill to study for an exam, and actually what they're really taking is fentanyl, which could kill them. And
wow.
They think they're taking Xanax. No, it's not Xanax. It's counterfeit. It's not real. It's actually fake. And so, and who's helping them do that? Well, it's the Chinese. They've partnered with the cartels. They're laundering their money for them, and they provide all of the chemicals without which none of these narcotics could be manufactured. More than 81,000 Americans died in the last fiscal year.
Laura, why would President Biden allow this? He clearly knows the issue. Most Americans know the issue. Why do you think, Laura?
Well, you know, I can't answer the why. I can't answer the why in a sense because I'm not inside his head, but I can tell you that they planned for this, that they planned to welcome numbers of refugees over the border because they're shutting down, the warning orders are, they're shutting down all the internal security checkpoints. They're moving agents from security. There's no more security patrols when you're doing migrant care, when you're making sandwiches and changing diapers and transporting people and processing them. So this was definitely part of the plan. They expected this to happen, and they, you know, therefore the assumption is that they wanted this to happen.
All right. And I'll go to Mark Morgan. You know, Mark, 2 weeks ago, I did an open on this and the issue of COVID as we see these caravans coming in. And I think one of the migrants actually said, Biden, he's going to help us all. He's giving us 100 days to get to the U.S. I mean, they're clearly aware of what's going on. And there's so much talk about COVID, teachers not going back to school. What is the impact of people coming into this country and the COVID pandemic?
So, Judge, again, that's something we don't talk about enough. Look, right now, the numbers we're seeing under any circumstances, people ask me what's going to happen. I say it's already happened. We're already in a full-blown crisis right now. So, but then you add COVID on top of that. Those caravans take on a completely new meaning. I refer to those as mobile COVID petri dishes. Once they get to our borders, as Laura said, she's spot on. The cartel smugglers own everything. They're shoving them in overcrowded, unsanitary stash houses and tractor trailers. Again, acting radioactive COVID petri dishes. It's unconscionable. It's not only exposing the migrants themselves to this pandemic, but also the workers. And Judge, here's a key. Because of Biden's open door policies, because of what he's done in a couple of weeks, right now we're averaging between 3,000 to 3,500 people trying to illegal this country a day. Remember, it was former Secretary Jay Johnson under the Obama administration that said 1,000 is a bad day. The crisis is already upon us.
Oh. All right. Mark Morgan and Lara Logan, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Thanks for watching the Heritage Foundation's YouTube channel. With more than 500,000 members, we are the nation's largest conservative research and education institution. We believe the principles and ideas of the American founding are worth conserving and renewing. Please help us further our mission by subscribing to this channel and sharing our videos with your family and friends.